Hello everybody, welcome to the first video in a series. I guess I'll call it Remastered, where I will be taking some of my students' work and drawing it in my own style and maybe applying a few changes here and there. I teach at Webster University. I teach comic creation, character design, and concept art. And every semester, there's something that I just absolutely love, and I see it and I just go, man, I would love to redraw that someday. And I've been thinking that for maybe 2 or 3 semesters now, and now that I've got some time, I think I'll dive right in. So the first one I decided to go with was from one of my character design students. He created this squad called the Aesthetic Squad. And so each one of these characters has a different musical genre, right? So the first thing I wanted to do was sort of create some diversity in the body styles. So, different heights, different tones, different levels of body fat, I suppose, right? Thickness, if you will. And then, character design isn't just costume, but how they're standing, right? So, we've got cybergoth, an e-girl, lo-fi, and vaporwave, right? So I want them to sort of have a personality of their own, but I want that to come through with the stance as well. So I am working off the students' illustrations, so I've got a lot to work with here, a lot of visual information, but I also wanted to push some of my own ideas too. With vaporwave, I went with sort of a Venice Beach kind of bro. The lo-fi was probably the least cliche. She's wearing a big comfy sweater, but with the midriff exposed and everybody's got big boots on. I noticed he kind of went with a big boots motif, right? So I mixed that up a little bit. The 2 girls are definitely wearing shin high, thigh high boots, something like that. So yeah, as you see me flipping the canvas a lot, I've got a pretty heavy eye dominance, so most of my artwork starts to lean to one side or the other, so I've constantly got to flip it and adjust it. And then and even at the end when I'm done recording, I make some extra changes as well. Usually when I walk away and come back, I see things I really wanted to change. One of the things is the girls felt a little more submissive as the guys were standing there in a power pose, so I changed that eventually. So I was pretty happy with the sketch, the blue line sketch, so I moved on to the detail phase. This guy, my vaporwave guy, I kind of made it look like if Cyclops was in that volleyball scene in Top Gun with the short shorts, but I don't know if he'd wear a big puffy jacket like this on Venice Beach in the middle of summer in LA, but who knows, right? Character design doesn't always have to make sense. So this guy's the most developed out of all of them. So he's pretty muscular, so he's showing it off. He's got his short shorts, the elastic band, a pretty developed midriff, and then really developed legs. I gave him some veins and stuff like that to show that low body fat percentage. The guy does sort of have these athletic Crocs on, which probably wasn't intentional, but that is what it looked like in the artist's version, so that's where we landed. The next one, which was the most visually interesting for me, was the cybergoth kid. I gave him more African features, so wider nose, slightly larger lips, and then gave him either some braided or some dread hair. One of my other clients that I'm doing work for right now is a black girl. She's into goth and punk right now. I almost said pock. I guess that's both of them, huh? Poth. Anyway, so she kind of inspired me to put this guy in fishnets and spikes and big boots and stuff like that. So yeah, he's got the classic suspenders strapping over the legs and behind, stuff like that. Gotta have the pinstripe pants. right? All right, next up is the lo-fi girl. She was a lot of fun too. I put her a little on the thicker side, not too much, still pretty fit, but probably could have gone a little bigger, just for diversity's sake. You know, I like making sure each of the characters looks different. It's got this really cool sort of 50s updo that I love drawing. It's just like a wave, right? And then she's got this coat that's kind of reminds me of one of the fighters from Darkstalkers, with the really big sleeves that you can't see their hands. I wanted to show her body off more because I didn't want to cover features that were featured in the original piece, so I put her arms behind her, which I didn't really get to show the sleeves because I put them behind her, but she's got these big huge baggy sleeves and it looks really comfy. So you know, it's unfortunate I put it behind her, but anyway. You know, and typically this is why you do turnarounds with character design, right? Because, you know, you see features from different angles, and, you know, things that you maybe hid at one point gets exposed as you turn the character around. So yeah, here's me second guessing my design choices halfway through. Go back into the blue line, move it around, flip it. He did have these weird sort of sci-fi boots on each character. I don't want to call it weird, but they were just lines on paper. I don't feel like they were really descriptive enough, so I kind of gave her, you know, thigh-high socks, big woolly thigh-high socks. And then I did keep the boots on there with the original design of that sort of chevron on the front with the wings on the ankles and stuff like that. And last up is the e-girl. This one is probably the most, I don't want to say generic, but lots of reference, right? Lots of people to look at for reference. Really white feathered hair. I guess she's got the earbuds in, or the AirPods, right, or something equivalent. I wanted her to be the most fit. You know, the e-girl is typically the girl that's on camera that spends a lot of time on her appearance, stuff like that. I was really, even to the point that this video ends, I didn't like her stance. I did change it after, and I'll show the finished image when we're all done. But her leg position was always just a little strange to me. It was late. I'd been drawing all day. I really wanted to get this out. I had the drive to get through it and finish it, but, you know, this is why you need to walk away every once in a while, because as soon as I came back, you know, I changed her leg position and was much more comfortable with where it ended. And also, her elbow is too close to her body. It's a very unnatural resting position for her. So I ended up changing that, right? So I had fun with some fonts here, you know, making each person have their own their own look, right? So there's stage one, and then this part's gonna go pretty quick, coming with the colors. This is merely picking the colors that the original artist had chosen, and me, you know, making some very slight adjustments. The original, this guy had eyes, and I gave him the Scott Summers glasses, you know. So I changed that. That was a design choice. He also had black leggings in the original, which I also thought was a little strange. And I humored the idea, and it probably would have been fine, but I liked it so much more that his legs were hanging out. It's definitely gave him that more sort of bro look. There's his athletic Crocs, right? So yeah, this not a lot of design choice here. I did add some lighting here and there, not much. It's just a color by numbers, you know, very referential. This color is this, and you know, I did add some diversity to their skin tone. I think he might have used one colored pencil for the original skin tone, so I decided to mix it up. So I just realized the striping is off on her shirt. I think I fixed that later too. I know I do. I love this Mugen style hair color for my black characters. I don't know why I love it so much. It might have been a bit of Afro Samurai as well. It's just this dark emerald green. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. So I've used it more than once. And that was actually away from the reference. His reference was like a red and beige, and I do regret not picking that. But I also gave him yellow contacts, so I thought that was really fun too. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out and watching me put this together. I'll be doing another one next week if I can force myself to get it done. Otherwise, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you follow. It's been a while since I've posted a video. I know there's a lot of content down there in the past if you want to check it out, but I'm going to try my best to get back on the grind and give you guys more stuff to watch. Beyond that, in the comments, you got links to all my social media, my website, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Patreon, all that stuff. I got prints out there for sale. So that's it, guys. Thanks. Have a good week. I'll see you next time.